Guys, this story is in the official Dragon Ball Super manga, created by Toyotaro, approved by Toriyama, Cell confirmed in Dragon Ball Super.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
Smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. We are only a few thousand souls away from completing the 250k mortal plan, guys. This brings us a quarter to the way to completing the big plan, the 1 million soul plan that I have for this channel that we will get to at some point. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet done so to be part of this glorious plan. Thank you so much for watching the video. A few years ago, I created this video called Cell Blue, the Surviving Cell Jr. Dragon Ball Super. This is much earlier in the early days of my content of Blackscape. This is something that I worked on where I was making my own fan fiction style stories, and I had my own story as to what would have happened if one of the cells that Gohan murked actually came back, the nucleus came back, and it was in Dragon Ball Super, going into their DNA and forcing out that Super Saiyan Blue power or that Golden Frieza power and contending with the characters of Dragon Ball Super, creating a solar empire to rival that of not only Frieza but other giants in the Dragon Ball world. That is what that video is about. If you would like to go ahead and check it out, and real quick, cringe warning, because this is my early content, so just giving you a heads up. But if you'd like to check it out, the full story and all its details, I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description below and the top comment. Go ahead and check out that story, guys, because it is very fascinating. But today I'm talking about Toyotaro's version of this story, because this was a bonus chapter in the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I am now just covering it. I've read the entire thing to check out exactly what is going on in this story and how I'm going to showcase this story, because I wasn't exactly sure if this was an illusion or robots or whatever. But no, this is the real deal, and it is fascinating. It is so cool that Toyotaro decided to put these characters, Cell, in the story of Dragon Ball Super. I mean, they brought back Broly, now they're bringing back Cell in this form, and it just feels like in Dragon Ball, no one's really gone. I mean, we just saw in Dragon Ball Heroes that Hearts, who got completely destroyed in the last season of Dragon Ball Heroes, now he's back in a jail cell with a halo. So anybody really can come back in Dragon Ball. It's not like they're permanently gone. So Miris may be the next one. Watch out, Miris, because you may be coming back next season. But let's go ahead and jump right in to this chapter. And if you would like to see a sneak peek of what I have in store for you guys tomorrow, make sure you stay till the end of the video. Let's go ahead and get it started. This story takes place right before the Tournament of Power in the Dragon Ball Super manga. So this ties directly into the story, the canon of Dragon Ball Super's manga. So you can see that this is official, guys. And we have 17, 18, and Krillin. They are leaving behind Goten, Trunks, and Marin on Monster Island, so that way they can protect all the creatures from poachers. It's the same thing that happened in Dragon Ball Super's anime, and the same thing that was alluded to in the manga. But now we are officially seeing how this is actually going to play out. And 18 and Krillin, they are worried of leaving Marin alone on this island. I would be too. Marin is just a regular person. It hasn't been confirmed if, because Android 18 is an android, does she pass on some of that power, that android power, into Marin when, you know, they conceived her? I don't know. She could just be a regular ass human, and that would be this would be a very dangerous situation for her. But I think they have very much confidence in her that she is going to be okay, especially with Goten and Trunks, who are the main patrollers on this island. Like, they even got like these badass shirts just like 17. Like, this is the content that I want to see. This is the backstories that I want to see, because officially when this came out in the anime, I thought that this was going to be a boring side mission, that they were actually going to show it to us and it would just be them, like filler episodes, them fighting monsters and poachers or whatever, and I thought it'd be kind of lame. But this makes it so much more not lame, like bringing it over the top, where I'm like geeking out about it, because it brings back my favorite villain other than Goku Black, my favorite villain, who Goku Black could probably come back, honestly, the way that Dragon Ball Super is, but my favorite villain other than Goku Black, especially Dragon Ball Z. So Goten and Trunks are both on this island by themselves. They are left alone, and they are hunting for poachers when Goten starts calling out for them, but Trunks is like, that's not going to work. Just calling out the poachers isn't going to draw them out. They're going to actively try to stay hidden from you, which this goes in the same sort of vibe that Trunks and Goten. Trunks is the brains of the operation. Goten's a little bit more happy-go-lucky. This would be a cool thing to see, fleshing out Goten and Trunks, and I'm glad that we're seeing it actually in the manga. Toyotaro needs to just take over Dragon Ball Super 2 when it returns, honestly, because he knows how to flesh out these characters. But as we see here, or Marin sees, we have some hidden eyes in the bushes just watching our heroes as they make targets of themselves. Marin points this out to them, but before they can react, this monster, this villainous being, comes out of the shadows and punches Trunks right in the face, knocking him back to Goten's surprise. And this is obviously Cell Jr., the blue Cell, and he has punched Trunks right in the face. It's not no normal ass animal that, you know, or monster that they can kind of corral really easily. These are Cell Juniors, and when it comes to power scaling, the Cell Juniors versus Goten and Trunks, I believe that this would be a pretty even fight, because Cell Juniors would have the same amount of power as Cell did before he became Super Cell, and that would mean that it'd be around or a little bit less than Super Saiyan 2 or less than Super Saiyan 2. Goten and Trunks cannot go into Super Saiyan 2. They're still regular ass Super Saiyans, but they are stronger, especially now that they've gone through the whole Buu arc and they've gone through Dragon Ball Super. They are stronger, so I would say this is a pretty even fight. But there's not just one of them. There are seven cells coming out of the woodwork, and they just look as crisp and as devious as they did back in the Cell arc. They don't know what's going on. Goten and Trunks, this is before your time, man. You have no idea what you're messing with. Like, not only do they have one to contend with, which was tough enough for a normal Super Saiyan, but there are 7 of them now. And so they are in for presumably a world of hurt. And that's when we cut to the adults having a conversation in the airplane. And 17's like, I forgot to tell you guys that the Suedo Cell Juniors, they're actually on the island themselves. There are actually 7 of them, similar to the ones that Gohan destroyed, because he even says that 17 and 18 had a front row seat inside Cell's body, so they were actually watching everything through Cell's eyes, and they know what these creatures look like, and they are even as strong as Cell was before. And Krillin's like, bro, this is some legit information. You should have told me before I left my daughter on this island, thinking that the combined power of Goten and Trunks would be enough to protect her. And that's when we cut to the scene where they are just getting overwhelmed by these things. And even Goten's like, these things are crazy powerful. It's crazy. They are dogpiling on them. And I'm sorry, 7 Cell Juniors against 2 Super Saiyans, even in Dragon Ball Super, I don't think that I would be rooting for Goten and Trunks in this situation. There are too many odds, too many of them, and they are too powerful. But that's when one of the Cell Juniors notices the Ranger tag on Goten's shirt, and he yells at the rest of them to stop fighting, which they all do, and they all start laughing and they bow and they scurry off back into the woods, to the confusion of the 2 Saiyans. And 17's like, don't be worried, don't be mad at me, because I'm pretty sure 18 is shooting daggers at him right now. 17, the animal master, has not only tamed them, but has taught them never to defy a ranger. So the fact that Goten and Trunks are in those ranger costumes isn't because it's cute and, you know, they are technically rangers, they are protecting the whole island, but it's because of these guys, because I'm assuming these guys are probably attacking the poachers as well, seeing as how they don't have the ranger outfit. So it's probably like a whole pile of dead bodies somewhere on the island where all the poachers are that these Cell Juniors have attacked. Krillin is in disbelief, but he realizes now that this is the reason that 17 is probably so strong, and 18 seems to be okay with it, and she's actually leaning back the same way that she did when they were on their road trip with 16 and 17 back in the Cell arc. And we cut back finally to Goten and Trunks, who are just standing there, mouths agape, and they're like, man, there are a lot of crazy monsters on this island. But Trunks isn't convinced that these creatures are the same as the rest of them on the island. And that's when we get a narration that all 7 Cell Juniors were destroyed, but these Cell Juniors were basically copies of the original Cell. And with the original Cell, as long as the cluster of cells, the nucleus, is still intact, Cell comes back, and that's basically what they're saying here, that that's what happened with these Cell Juniors. They seem to have the same ability, and they came right back. So now we know that Cell is confirmed in Dragon Ball Super. I don't think they're going to bring him back in that form, in the original form, in the Dragon Ball Super anime, because they've just shown 7 of them on the island. So maybe these guys will make a cameo when Dragon Ball Super actually returns, or in the next arc, or something along those lines, because this is canon now. But yeah, this is crazy, man. Thank you so much for watching the video. And if you made it to this point of the video, you're now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today, I'm going to be responding to Adrian Michael. Rest in peace, King T'Challa. You will be missed. Abso-fucking-lutely. This loss of Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, came as a real shock, and it actually really affected me on a personal level, just looking on exactly what this story represents and how much of a hero he actually was. And I actually made a full video, a full rest in peace, rest in power, on my second channel, Sunscape. So if you would like to go ahead and see my words a little bit fuller, I will have the link to that video in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. Thank you so much for your comment. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.